AFTV Mo, did we get away with that one, or did we deserve to win that?
No, look, in the end, we did deserve to win it, didn't we? It's a tough one. Like Alan Shearer, from a Newcastle point of view on the TV coverage, kept on saying that, you know, they should have won it because they had chances. But really, it wasn't about the fact that they had chances. It was about the timing of those chances. We could have lost had Andy Carroll put it away, you know, late into the game. But on balance, you have to say we did deserve it. And the fact is, our goalkeeper kept us in the game. That's because we've got a very good goalkeeper. And they didn't take their chances. And that's because they weren't accurate enough. And that's how football goes. There's been other games where, you know, Arsenal haven't got the result that maybe we deserved. And that's because of our own failings. And that's just part of football. So I wouldn't say that we were lucky or anything like that. We deserved to go through.
I'm not saying we were lucky because, you know, I mean, I think there was only one team really having a go. Newcastle, their tactics seemed to be win a foul, get the ball into Andy Carroll. That seemed to be you know. So I think Arsenal deserved to, you know, because they were the team on the attack. But yet again, Mo, it's those young, hungry players that came on and done the business again. There's none of those sort of established, you know, whether it be Willian, Pepe, any of those guys who came in today that can be Willock even though he's a younger player, that can be beating down the door to the manager and saying, I need to start, because they were kind of showing up again when your Smith-Rowe and people like that came on.
Yeah, man, even Aubameyang, he struggled today. And, you know, I know he got his goal, but I think the second goal carries a different weight to the first goal. It really was ESR yet again, you know, that has carried us to victory today. And, you know, it's one of those things, again, Willian, you know, a lot of us will be talking about him again today, because this one was a direct comparison. You saw him on the pitch and then you see ESR come on, and the difference, I know they're not playing the same position, but just in terms of impact on the game. But, you know, maybe it would be harsh just to focus on Willian, because Pepe also wasn't really good enough, even though I do think he did a lot more than Willian. But
although somebody pointed out in an interview, right, which when I thought about it, is actually, there's a bit of truth in it. He goes, there was two balls that Pepe laid on, like the one to Willock. He should be putting that away, and then we'd be talking about it and saying great assist. So
yeah, but the thing is, you know, the way I see it, you look at you know, the two wings, you look at Pepe, you look at Willian. Pepe actually he cut inside a couple of times, got a shot off, you know, his shot had to be blocked, that sort of thing, but created a couple of chances. Willian, on the other hand, he was just, you know, it was just basically, he was like a brick wall for Tierney to play off, you know, and that's it. That's all he did. A couple of 1-2s, that sort of thing. And it's like, you've got to do more than that. You can't just, I mean, Kieran Tierney for me was my man of the match. I thought he was absolutely incredible, even though ESR came on, changed the game, took a brilliant goal. For me, it was KT that was man of the match. And he did his job and Willian's job combined. And I thought he was absolutely brilliant. And, you know, it's just again and again and again. And that's why a lot of people were very excited when he joined. And it took people by surprise when he didn't just hit the ground running. And you know, he struggled a little bit when he first came in. But now I think he's really, really showing his true colours and his worth.
Yeah, and, you know, through to the next round of the FA Cup, which is a cup that we've been really successful in. Does it matter to you?
It does, man. It definitely does, yeah. I mean, you know, I think we're being really, really honest. It has lost some magic, but there's still a hell of a lot of importance and magic left on it. And you can see, even in a season as condensed as this, you can see the teams that the players that the top teams are putting out. They're not taking it lightly. People want to win this. Yeah. It's not like the Carabao Cup where it's, you know, a bit of a light touch thing. With those ones, it's a case of, you know, if you're in the final, fine, you want to win it then, but maybe you start taking it seriously up to the semi-final and onwards, you know, with that one. But this, from the third round, from the first round, the Premier League teams are involved. They're taking it serious, and it does still hold weight.
And how good is this kid, Smith-Rowe? Because, you know, before he came into the team, we were all screaming out saying we need a number 10, we need a number 10. How good is this kid? You know, because every game he's playing in, he's affecting the game.
Yeah, 100%. Look, you know, sorry in advance for this one, but this is 4 wins in a Smith-Rowe for Arsenal. And, you know, it's a Smith-Rowe because he's the one that's made it happen, you know. And how many times did we say it's so bloody obvious we need number 10? How many times did I say to you, Robbie, if you're not going to pick Ozil, pick ESR? And, you know, I'm just, in hindsight, I'm glad that Willian didn't feel well one game, and it allowed ESR to creep into the team. And all you can say to a youngster is that when you get that chance, because you might have to wait, you know, an unfairly long amount of time or whatever, but when you do get that chance, just really make it stick. And he has done that so well. And I've been banging on about him. People are probably going to get tired of me saying this, but I've been banging on about him for a long time, and I felt like he was ready to come into that first team for quite a while. I was a bit frustrated that he hadn't. And now hopefully there'll be no looking back. You know, what I think now we can see from his involvement that he should be past loan deals and this and that and the other. And as far as I'm concerned, when I look at the team, if I'm looking at what team I want to play, for me, Tierney is a number one. He's the number one on the team sheet. After that, Leno and Smith-Rowe are up there. They really are. On current form, even Aubameyang is a bit choppy. Leno and Smith-Rowe, that's it. They have to play. Yep.
No, they were exceptional. And you know what I want to ask you as well? Obviously, I don't know if you saw the news just before. It's a bit mischievous there, but just before the game, just as they were about to announce the teams, the news come that Ozil's going to be joining Fenerbahce.
I haven't seen that official. Only rumors.
I saw it. It was like announced on his. There's like a company that he owns, and they announced it.
Okay.
So it does look like it's happening. Your thoughts?
I'm really happy for him, and I'm happy as an Arsenal fan, because ultimately people can have their different opinions about Mesut Ozil in the past. But if we just look at the current situation, he's too talented, too good of a player to not play. It's a waste of his talent. And also it's a massive distraction at Arsenal. I don't know how the wages are going to be structured. We might still not be any better off in terms of wages. You might be paying his wages. Who the hell knows? But I'm sure there'll be an element of a saving. But the point is, aside from the money, it's just a distracting issue all the time. Any bad game we have, and that's it. We're talking about Mesut Ozil again, because we have nothing in the middle unless Ozil or Smith-Rowe play. So I'm really happy for him, and I wish him all the best. And I think people forget, because it's been a few years, just how incredibly good Mesut Ozil was, not just in his career, but also for Arsenal. We have just played an FA Cup game. It's a trophy that we enjoy winning. We'd love to win again this year. Before him, we went 9 years without winning it or anything. When he came, he changed the fortunes of this club around, in my opinion. He really had a massive impact on Arsenal and breaking that trophy drought. So I love the guy, man. I wish him all the best. And I think that, you know, he was entitled, in my opinion, to sit there, see out his contract. Because when a player's doing great and there's other teams knocking, we want loyalty. So when it's not going well, and, you know, as we all were guessing, there's no other teams knocking, we should be giving them loyalty. It has to work both ways. He negotiated that contract, he earned it, so fair enough. And I feel like he was forced out of the club with leaks about him not taking a pay cut, the way he's been treated. I think there was an attempt to force him out of the club. And I think he has kind of stood up to that and said, I'll leave when I want to leave, and I'll leave on my own terms. And I don't blame him for doing that. So Mesut Ozil, best of luck. Thank you for all the service, all the memories, some great moments, great goals, great assists. I think it's been brilliant. But Robbie, you know, going back to today's game, another player that the jury's out on, even after a number of years after joining, is Granit Xhaka. But how well did he do when he came on?
He was good. He's been good since that red card. Since he's come back after that red card, he's been good. And I thought when he came on today, he just shored up that midfield.
He did, yeah, and he played positive.
Huge difference to when Willock was on there. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And he played positive as well. He played forward. Brilliant pass to lay out the assist that Tierney got for Aubameyang. But what I would say is that, listen, I always like to give players credit when they deserve it. For me, this will be a phase of good form, and we've seen that pattern enough with Granit Xhaka. It will probably be followed by a phase of bad form. I hope that's not the case. I still think he's not the answer, but just credit where it's due today for a very good performance. And I touched on Leno as well. What a crucial save that is, you know, that he pulled off towards the end of the game. And, you know, I think hopefully now that conversation about Leno Martinez has died down a little bit. I think we can now appreciate they're just two really, really good goalkeepers. And week in, week out, you could probably say, I told you so, depending on which side of the fence you sat on. But I think they're both two really, really good goalkeepers that deserved a lot of credit. And, Yeah, Pablo Mari as well, again today, did really, really well. So there's quite a few positives today and a few good things to call out. But ultimately, the show is all about ESR today with his goal. Boy's one hell of a talent. I'd love to see it.
This video is supported by Profit Accumulator. Profit Accumulator helps you to earn extra money by doing something called match betting. Match betting isn't gambling. And when you do it properly, and I mean properly, you can't lose. Now you always see these promotions by bookmakers like Ladbrokes, William Hill's, Corals, offering a £50 bonus to customers. So you sign up and you might place a £50 bet on a coin toss landing on heads and a £50 bet on the same coin toss landing on tails. Now whichever way it lands, it don't matter because you won't win or lose any money because you've covered all of the outcomes. However, you get the £50 bonus, so you're still £50 up. Now lots of people try to do match betting on their own, but it's very time consuming and not always easy if you don't know what you're doing. That's where Profit Accumulator come in. Even if you don't know anything about sports, they walk you through everything step by step, showing you how to accumulate money into your bank account. So get involved right now. Click the link in the description and sign up to Profit Accumulator right now.